Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo, and this is Rustl'd for the 2nd of April, 2018. You have no idea how glad I am today is today. I am. Because all the news is real. It's none of that fake shit. That was a drag yesterday. Yesterday's show, I do want to apologize, was definitely not the best it could have been. I was all over the damn place last night. I fucked up quite a bit. It was embarrassing, to say the least. I'm hopefully going to do a little bit better tonight. I'm hopefully that things are going to be a little bit more on the up and up, a little bit more fun, a little bit more cray-cray, as my sister would say. She's also in her mid-20s, so even she shouldn't be dropping that line. But then again, me in my mid-30s. Oh, God. Anyway, so... today is the 2nd. There's been a lot going on. I don't know what the fuck any of it really is, to be honest with you. The Dow is down. Right, Trump going after Amazon, right? Its stock is looking to fall. At this point, I'm debating if I should throw down all the money I've saved for my taxes into Amazon stock and then just basically pop out and let it ride. And I say that not realistically, because you should always pay your taxes, but if you're ever looking for a huge gamble, and I mean a huge gamble, you can always defer your taxes up to 5 years. So, there's a penalty. You know, I mean, like, it's a risk versus reward situation here, right? You sit there and you're like, do I pay these thousands and thousands of dollars to the government, or do I go to the casino and I bet it all on black on the roulette table? Which my father spent many years working in a casino, and he has told me that roulette is the best odds. The red-black are the best odds in all of the casinos. So if you're going to go do that, put all your money on either red or black. Fuck the green. Fuck the zeros. That shit never matters, man. None of that shit matters. But anyway, are we going to have 6 takes? You know what? Anything can happen tonight. I will fully admit, okay. So I saw you guys talking earlier about the about $3 theater stream. So I want to start getting back into that because I have a lot of fun doing that. Problem was this. Last night I went to bed. I went to bed about like 3 o'clock in the morning after putting the kid down, and I just laid there thinking about like the $3 theater stream. Couldn't go to sleep. Got like a couple hours, got less than 4 hours of sleep. And I know this because I have a Fitbit, which I'm not wearing right now, but I have one, and it tells you like when you were asleep. So I looked at that and it's like, oh God. So I go to do the stream this morning over there, and I was just like what the fuck is going on? So it's not my best work. Today in the last 24 hours has not been my best work, right? But it's all good. More takes, more snaps. That's right, Synthesizer Sam. And more snaps means more traps. And we're coming up on the 400 mark now. We're coming up on that. I have accumulated 365 traps. I'm a trap master. If this was a game of Pokemon, I'd be doing pretty fucking good. Give Ash Ketchum a run for his goddamn money. So there's definitely that. That's a lot of traps. That is Miss Selena. That is a lot of traps. I don't know what we're gonna do with all those traps. It's like juggling all these traps. What do you do? What do you do? I got nothing. My buddy helped me set all that up, and very much was cool about it. So still have Pokemon Rape in my mind. No Kylor, I don't have Pokemon Rape on my mind. If you didn't happen to catch that little tidbit last night towards the end, we were talking about a story where a woman like 2 years ago claimed to have been raped by like a Charizard, right? Like, she's a Russian woman, lives in Moscow, plays a lot of Pokemon Go, woke up, and like the spirit, the apparition of a Pokemon, I'm only going to assume it's a Charizard, was on top of her, just going to town. We're talking balls deep. And she was like, oh my God, oh my God. And then it vanished. And then she's like, but I felt the presence of the Pokemon on top of me. And her friends say that she feels the presence of Pokemon all throughout their apartment building. What they need to realize, though, is it's not Pokemon. That's just the KGB, because they surveil everybody. So that's what's going on. Kyler, you won 220 from a slot machine. Isn't that neat? That is super fantastic. Streamlabs.com/MundaneMatt. Wink. So What's this bug Sinatra says? I don't know, man. I don't even really like. I know who Sinatra says is. I just don't care. Like anyone at this point in time on the Kumite side, that entire group of bottom feeding chuckle fucks, I don't give a shit about. Period. They're trying to get me to debate either Hard Bastard, a man who spent 2 hours or some such shit on a Saturday night going through my old video from the dossier from when that dropped January 2017. So we're talking nearly 15 months ago. And he did this in a live stream on a Saturday night, like primetime shit. I don't know who the fuck he is. I've never watched one of his videos. I don't care. You know, it's so, but they apparently now I just got the notification they want to pay me. They want to pay me. So at first it was like $1,000 and then it was up to $1,300. Now apparently it's up to $1,450. I made the joke on Twitter. You know what? My appearance fee is going to be $2,000. Right? My appearance fee is $2,000. Fuck it. It's super petty bullshit. It means nothing. It's absolutely pedantic. It's ridiculous. But of course, this is the Kumite. And one of my favorite comments I've seen people come back with is, if they paid out the money, Tonka would just make the money back like in the first 20 minutes in donations. I'm like, I don't think you understand. And this is me digging on myself here. I'm not going to bring that kind of attention to your stream. I just want to make that abundantly clear. That's not going to happen. People aren't going to show up out of the woodworks to get me on there to see what's going on. Now, they might, considering the fact that, from my understanding, Tonka talks about me like a girl who's really pissed off at her ex and checks his Facebook 25 times a day. I mean, this is how much I can you know, I have him muted on Twitter. I have all of those fuckers muted on Twitter. I don't pay attention to them at all. But some stuff slips through because they have followers that will tag me in something, so I'll see it. And then I just go and mute that person too. Because I just don't give much of a shit. Like, you want to talk about me, fucking talk about me. It doesn't stop me doing these streams. It doesn't stop me making my fucking money and doing anything else. So there we go on that one. So, debate Aiden, I have to listen to her Destiny debate. I was on a stream with Aiden about a month or so ago. It was middle of the night. V was hosting a stream, invited me on, and she was coming at me pretty hard about Pizzagate, right? She was all like, you shrugged it all off. And I'm like, I did, because it was stupid and it was fake. And it was proven to be bullshit later on, like a month later. And she's like, that's not true. And I'm like, it absolutely was true. And then she's like, but you believe the Steele dossier was real? And I'm all like, because that had been circulated around Washington for months leading up to its publication by BuzzFeed. Like, that was that. Like, and that still hasn't. And then she's like, well, it's been 100% debunked. No, it hasn't. In no world has that been 100% debunked, or even remotely debunked. It's like they're still corroborating parts of it. It's just the mindset of these people. I understand the right wing. I get it. I get it. And they don't want to believe that anything in that dossier is real because everyone focuses on the P-tape part. And I've been very open about that, where I said that I hope it exists, not because I'm trying to be mad at Trump, because I find that is fucking funny. You know, just Trump like making it rain rubles on these girls as they pee on a bed. That's some shit you would only find on 4chan. Why not? You know, I don't care about any of that. It's so funny to me. Aiden said climate science is fake and she's into race realism because black kids were mean to her in school. Oh, Bob Goblin, please send me that. Oh, please send me that. Please send me that. mundanemat.com/submit. Oh my God, send me that. Don't debate, masturbate. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that too. So add that $2,000 to the shit I have to report to the internal rectal service. Yeah. Maddie, what happened with Tonka? And this is like real. When the whole Kilroy thing went down, not the Kilroy thing, the Kraut thing went down. Jeff Holiday lied, which he's admitted and he's apologized for. And Tonka was like losing his shit constantly, right? And I wasn't fully aware of the context of the situation at the time, but like Tonka was consistently losing his shit. And it was just like losing his shit at me over this stuff. Like he was just freaking out. So I kept telling him, calm down, let it go, calm down. Like it doesn't matter, right? Like just block the guy and move on with your life. But he could not let it go. And it's evidenced by how often he talks about me, right? Like it's evidenced by how rent-free I am in his head right now. And I mean, you know, this, okay, I did say this on Twitter, and I'll reiterate this here. I don't want to spend all night talking about this. So there's definitely that. Can I talk without lying? I can talk a lot without lying. Can you talk without being a dumbass? Because that's kind of where we are right now. So there's definitely that. But the whole point there is essentially is that that's what happened with Tonka and I. Is I kept telling him to let it go. And then you had the whole Kilroy thing pile on top of Kraut. A lot of drama, a lot of drama, a lot of drama. And then that's kind of where it went. And past that, it's just a lot of pedantic screaming and screeching and stuff I've just muted on Twitter because it's not worth my fucking time. So there's definitely that. Jim KOP in the Guardian doxed was Coach Red Pill. Dude, when have I lied about people? Like, I haven't lied about anybody. You know, to the best of my knowledge, I haven't lied about anybody. You want to sit there and defend a person who I had to stream with, who implied that Pizzagate was real and derided me for saying that it wasn't real and laughing about it, then by all means, that's entirely your prerogative. But the difference between that scenario, at least between you and me, is I was there. So I know how it is. I know exactly what I said. I know exactly what she said. And there we go on that one. So if you don't like it, by all means, feel free to kindly fuck the right off, man. No one cares. I don't care. Go off to your corner of the web, dude. That's all you got to do. But you watch me. That's yeah. Dude, Jesus Christ. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm just going to get rid of him. I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't give a fuck. This is my goddamn stream. So we're here to talk about some shit. So there's definitely that. Kraut doxed no one. Sinatra, Revamp, Tonka, Magog. I'll link the real names in the description. I don't know all that shit. And quite frankly, I don't care about that shit. I don't fucking care. It's an old issue. Kraut ran the fuck away. As far as I know, he's still gone. I don't know if he's back at all. Someone sent me some stuff earlier today about some crap, and it's so much shit I don't care about. None of this interests me in the long run. Taking pot shots at Twitter is something I do while I'm feeding my kid. That's it. Otherwise, I'm working on videos, or I'm trying to get myself or I'm trying to get myself, you know, to work on other shit. This is what I do. I don't care about none of this crap. If they want to sit there and you know, come up with $2,000 to try to pay me to come on to debate somebody, I'm still not going to fucking do it. I don't care enough to do it. For one, I don't need the money. All right. I don't need the fucking money. You know, like I do okay between this channel and the other channel and the donations and shit. I do all right. So there's okay. So it's all Twitter, the most peaceful place on the internet. Totally not the Thunderdome. Exactly. That's exactly it. I don't give a shit. Like, the thing is, you know, it's just people are being stupid, and that's how they want to take it. And, you know, here, okay, I guess here's the best way to summarize this. And I did say this on Twitter tonight. I said, you know, you could come up with the money to try to get me to do this thing, whatever, which I won't do because it's so stupid. It's not even worth my time with the money, right? Because it's not worth my time. That's the whole point of it. So there's that. Or you could just move the fuck on with your life and be done with it. How's that? How's that for a thing? Moving the fuck on, right? I'm here 5 nights a week talking about 4 different stories a night. I talk about movie shit on the other channel. I hang out with you guys in BS for a while. That's what I enjoy doing. I don't give a fuck about the rest of this shit. It's stupid. While they are BS, or while they are Bloodsports, I'm making a better career choice. I'm just making a career choice. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. Like, I will, and I've given Tonka credit. He pulls in the numbers. Thousands of people watch him every single day. I get what I get here, and I'm happy with that. There's the difference there. I'm not trying to, you know, like, I'm not trying to bring in thousands of people. It'd be pretty cool, but it doesn't, you know. Doing these streams allows me to not only get my work done for tomorrow, but also interact with you guys. So for me, it's 2 birds, 1 stone, which is a lot of fun. And I get to experiment with new ways of how to do it, and new ways to be interactive, and new ways to have a good time. That's what I care about. I care about bringing whatever value I can bring there. But I don't want to sit there and like go on a 6-hour live stream and just gossip about people. I don't give a shit about that. I shouldn't even be talking about it right now. So in that, I'm just gonna move the fuck on. So yes, I know. I will. Yeah, I'll say the 14 words for $50. So there's that. There's definitely that. I guess it's just all. It's whatever, man. It doesn't interest me as much as it's supposed to. I'm not TMZ exactly. I'm just a dude who gives my opinion about shit I find on the internet, and that's really about it. And the fact that I've been able to trigger these fuckers, as much as I've been able to trigger them, is worth more to me than the money they want to raise to have a fight over an issue that's 15 months old in one respect and a year and a half in another respect, both of which their facts do not back up reality, clearly alternative facts. And if they want to argue that, I'm going to let them just circle jerk each other in their own echo chamber. And I'd rather talk about what's going on with, crazy shit involving YouTube and condom snorting challenges, right? Or, a mom who tasers her kid to get him up in the morning because, that's crazy. So there's that. People still talking about Pizzagate. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Goodbye. I don't mind. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. What's funny is last night, Sinatra and Aiden, both tried to raid, the YouTube Saints stream as well. This is Twitch. This is my fucking domain. Climate. Yeah. No. Sinatra's super nice. Why block him? Because he's kind of a piece of shit. So, there's definitely that. I'm not scared of anything. I just don't care enough. I literally don't care enough. This is not even an issue of money. This isn't an issue of money. If I needed money, sure, maybe, but I don't need money. I'm fine. I'm actually I'm pretty good. Keep in mind, I just want to kind of reiterate this fact. YouTube is my business. I know my business. My business does well. I do well. The rest means nothing to me. It means literally nothing to me. I don't have some kind of tribe that I'm trying to get into. I don't have some grudge that I'm trying to win. I don't have some type of narcissistic desire to prove myself in front of an audience of people. I don't care. I'm 36 years old. This is schoolyard bullshit, right? There's a lot that I don't fire back on Twitter. Some stuff would be pretty funny to say. One guy coming after me and shit is a known Holocaust denier. And I'm like, oh, you want to go down that path, buddy? It's kind of like that. It's pretty fucking funny. So, anyway, have you ever thought about making a gaming news channel? I've thought about, I thought about doing, oh, fuck, Jesus Christ, Ralph. What's going on, man? What are you doing here? It's not even being a pussy. I just don't want to fucking do it. That's not even an issue. I just don't even care. I don't care enough to do it. That's the whole point, right? I have way more to do with my time than that shit. It's more fun to laugh at than it is to even bother to engage in. So, the total of 1488. I don't need 1450, dude. I don't need 1450. I tell you what, Ralph, why don't you take my place? Why don't you go debate him? You just got out of jail. Clearly you need to get your website back up in order. You had so few views while you were locked up. I get it. It makes sense. You take the money, dude. You pay your bills and you go ahead and you fight on my behalf. You can white knight for me, sir. My gift to you. There you go. There you go. We'll be done with that one. What would I get destroyed on? If talking about Pizzagate, the fact that it was bullshit. No, I would win that one. Because there's facts that are clearly on my side. Talking about the Steele dossier, that would be an interesting discussion because none of it's been 100% refuted. None of it's been 100% corroborated, but we're kind of on more of a scale of corroborated versus debunked at this point. So there's all sorts of shit. Have I heard of War Corp 666? I know War Corps. I have nothing against War Corps. So, 666. I have nothing against War Corps. So, Yeah, no, I checked. No, I saw you back up. Yeah, no, I checked your analytics, dude. I was just kind of curious after a month of you being back, and you clearly came back and hit the ground running. By all means, congratulations. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, it dipped off, made sense. Now you're back running your bullshit. There you go. You know, you're good. You're fine. Go ahead, spread your propaganda, Ralph. Have fun with that shit. That's what you're good at, dude. You're a muckraker who's good at pushing propaganda. You know, and that's that. So by all means, again, that's what you can do. Hold on. Why am I so willing to accuse people and then when call out, what I said a person believed Pizzagate was real. That's literally what I've said. And based upon my interaction with that person, that is literally how things went. So accusing me of something in that regard I didn't do, is just whatever. So, yeah, go ahead. Keep, mute them. So, go ahead, man. Mods, feel free. Look, the people can be here. I don't care if they're here. They want to ask questions. That's perfectly fucking fine. I'm not against that. So, oh, they weren't in the basement. They were in the attic. They got it wrong. They got it wrong. So, is the Steele dossier confirmed to be debunked though? It's not confirmed to be debunked. That's the whole point. Have I checked? Yeah, no. I saw that your shit's back up, dude. I saw that it's back up. That's what I'm saying. You're back doing your thing. Obviously, it's going to go back. It's not that difficult, you know. You have an audience. I'm not in any way insulting that audience. I'm saying that's what you do. You're good at that. If anything, I'm paying you a compliment. You are good at what you do. There you go. I don't like what you do, but you are good at what you do. How about that? Can we call that fair? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, dude. That's it. Other than that, like, everyone can have their places. People have their different places to do shit. By all means, you do you. I'm not trying to stop that. So that's it. See, I love this. I love the commentary. I'm a money whore when I'm saying I don't care about the money. That's the whole point. I don't give a shit about the fucking money. It doesn't mean anything to me. So this is fun. You guys are fun. Here I thought we were just gonna talk about like Alex Jones and shit. So CC, it's nothing important. What is live streaming my reaction? I don't give a shit. You can live stream all you want. Fucking yeah, we'll get to news stories here in a sec. Never trust Alex Jones, exactly. So no, I'm not looking. The thing is, I don't care about the turf. I don't care if it's there. I don't care if it's here. I'm just not going to do it. Because it's more fun to watch this particular reaction to me saying, no. I don't care. And they're like, what do you mean you don't care? It's more fun to watch. And if they wanna host this on whatever stream on YouTube, fine, cool. You guys can get a sneak peek at what videos are coming tomorrow. So that's it. That's basically about it. They don't call me mundane for nothing. That's all it is. Anyway, so I want to make sure that's no, I want to turn that off. There we go. I didn't hear about pedos in Spokane. I did hear about the guy. I mean, there was a guy with the gingerbread house in Snoqualmie, east of Seattle, that had CP. I did cover that a couple weeks ago. I haven't heard any updates, but I've been trying to pay attention. Am I anti-Trump? Yeah, I'm anti-Trump. I'm anti-Trump because I don't like the guy. I don't think he's a good president. So do I follow UFC? I actually don't. I don't follow UFC. So there's that. All right. Kingdom Come is freaking amazing. Absolutely, man. Kingdom Come is great. I really, really like Kingdom Come. I'm very much, I'm very much, I think I'm close to the end. Like I think I'm pretty close to the end of the game. I've been working on it now for about 6 weeks off and on. I haven't played anything else. And it's, yeah, I had a glitch though today that set me back like 2 hours. The glitches get a little bit old, but other than that, it's a lot of fun. Was Ready Player One good? Yeah, Peter. Yeah, I actually, I ended up finding there's websites and shit that host like cams, and I was like looking through and I ended up watching it again last night. It's a good movie. I really liked it. How's Far Cry 5? Haven't played it yet. It's still, like last night, it's still fucking unopened. I'll get to it. Kingdom Come was a badly done porno. Worst 5 you ever spent. That's, yeah. Yeah, the worst. I got, what was it? One of those ones, it was the Pirates one. Pirates porno from 2006, 2007. Like, it was like the $1 million porno that they shot. A friend of mine actually had it on HD DVD, and he gave it to me because I was the only person he knew who had an HD DVD player. So I have it around here somewhere. It's pretty funny. Why am I afraid to debate a girl? I'm not afraid to debate a girl. I don't care about this person. Gender, whatever aside, I don't care. I just don't care. Like, you know, you'd have better luck trying to get me into an argument over like the merits of like The Last Jedi than you would about this particular issue that I don't care about, because my one interaction with this person on said issue was enough for me to go, they clearly are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So why would I want to go through that again? I've already gone against them one time and facts won that day because this person had none. So I'll get to Far Cry 5. I have it. I mean to play it. So yeah. Sinatra, from my understanding, has a lot of dummy accounts that he likes to have. That's that's pretty fun. Yeah, facts don't care about your feelings, exactly. I did not see those videos, Chelsea. I don't know why. Did you send them to did you send them to the website? Oh shit, I don't know what that. Let me bring this up here. Oh, cool. 100 people watching. That's fantastic. Again, big crowd, small crowd. It's more fun just to engage, which is fine. Okay, so you sent it to the website. Okay, cool. All right. Let me see here. Okay, we're good on that one. Am I into U.S. geopolitics? I mean, I'm into U.S. politics. I follow it practically all day, every day, considering the fact that where I pull my news stories from is around like 83 different sources, both left wing and right wing. So I read a lot of different takes on a lot of different stuff. And, you know, it's, that's where one of the things I think, on issues I find to be very interesting, I'm usually pretty up to date on them. There's reasons why I'll get phone calls at like 3 o'clock in the morning from friends that are just like, hey, you know what's going on with this, right? I'm like, oh yeah, okay, fine. Now I feel them in. So, what's going on, Zombie Steve? How are you, buddy? Is it still Monday? Yeah, it is Monday. I don't know what day it is anymore. That's fine. Yesterday was a clusterfuck of an episode. I fucked up a lot. There's a lot of mistakes. So, oh yeah, AC free. Yeah, that's right. AC Syndicate's going to be free on the Xbox. I have it on the PS4, but I haven't never played it. I bought it for like $20. So, but Mad Max is on there now for free. I got to check that out again. I like Mad Max quite a bit. So there's definitely that. Yeah, it's almost 2. I know it's 10 o'clock right now. I just fucking, my days, dude, I have a 4-month-old daughter. Like my days are just kind of bleed together. So there's that. Not even worth the free price. I don't know. I mean, Syndicate wasn't Unity. I can see why Unity got a lot of crap. I enjoyed Unity for what it was, right? Like I didn't have any of those problems with it, and I liked Unity. Syndicate looked pretty cool, but I mean, fucking Origins, man, I love Origins. So yeah, Mad Max is, I think, is it on the 4th it comes free or some shit? So today is Punish a Muslim Day. Jesus, that's fucked up. Origins is pretty epic. Yeah, I know. Yeah, let's jump right into the news. I need to order the secondary monitor hold. Assassin's Creed Origins, We Was Kangs. You know, it's nowhere like that. The thing is, like, what, like, the leap between Assassin's Creed, Unity, and Syndicate, and then also Origins is insanely huge. And Origins is just like a lot of fun. Like, it's just a lot of fun. And I need to go back and I'm almost done with the game. I need to go back and finish it. So, did I see Scarce to Drama Alert? No, I'm subbed to Scarce, and I haven't seen a video of his pop up in a long time. I wonder if that's YouTube's nice way of saying, "Oh, you're not showing it anymore." Okay, so Mad Max goes free on the 3rd. Cool. Cool. I'm happy with that. So, I'll definitely have to get that one. But I need to get, I need to play Sea of Thieves, because I have that Xbox Games Pass thing, like the $10 a month thing. And I haven't tried that yet. I've just been, again, me and Kingdom Come have just been like super tight for the past couple weeks. Will I ride Eternal Shiny and Chrome? Very much. Will this be a short stream? It's gonna be your average length one. So, did I see this POS SJW RC game won a bajillion awards and ended up not selling a single copy? Was that the one? Was it Sunset? Was it the one about the cleaner? The cleaner. There we go. Not clinger, but the cleaner. The one that's like the woman. She's a housekeeper in like 1960s revolutionary some fucking country to one of the guys leading the resistance or some shit. So that was one, like, I know that one like didn't sell a lot of copies and they were blaming like a lot of crap for it, which is pretty fucking funny to me. Yeah, I do have a Discord, by the way, and if you guys want to jump in the Discord, it's links are, you know, hit #sign Discord and shit. I think we're now over, I want to say we're over, or we're almost over 700 members on the Discord. Yeah, we are officially at 709 members on the Discord, which is pretty damn cool, to be honest with you guys. We get a lot of people in there. I see Brand just joined up. Awesome. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the fucking party, man. A lot of people hanging out in there. You usually get some good chats going on. See if these like No Man's Sky 1.0. Ooh, that's pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad. So here, do the debate on Ralph's channel. No. I'll tell you. I'll tell you why Kinetic Mike. You know, I understand you, the content consumers, demand it. That's fine. You can demand what you want. But it's literally of no impact to me to not do it. That's the whole point, right? Like I'm beholden to no one in that regard. I don't have any kind of cliques. I'm not in part of any kind of tribe. I don't have anything else. I do everything myself. So coming after me, my subs have been up, my views have been up, earnings have been up, everything's been up. So this has no impact on me. So I don't care. That's the whole. I wouldn't care if it did. I don't care. So I understand you want it. And maybe one day a conversation can happen on some related platform, but at this point in time, nah, I'm good. Hail Satan, Stonebleeds. There we go. Water tastes like wine. I haven't heard of that one. Let me take a look at that one. Let me Google that real quick to see what's said about that. That's something maybe to talk about tomorrow. Water tastes like wine on Steam. Okay. Oh, Water Tastes Like Wine was a huge commercial disaster, selling less than 5,000 copies. Oh, that's pretty funny. And now, is this guy an SJW? Is that the whole thing? I'll need to look into it a bit more. I'll look into it. I'll tell you what, I'll look into it and we'll bring it up. We'll bring it up for tomorrow, because that's gonna be. I always need stuff for tomorrow. I always need content. So that's pretty funny though. Porcelain, people want to pay you for an internet fight. That's, you know, it's not, internet fights are kind of pointless. So it's, you know, I heard, I did catch something today. People are trying to like send someone to Kilroy in a few weeks to like troll at Kilroy. I think they're going to be in for a pretty rude awakening in some respects. So there's that. No, we're pre-news right now. We're still pre-news. Well, the thing is, yeah, it probably is an SJW game because I mean, those guys are all pretty insulated. Although when I lived in Portland, I didn't go over by the developers of Gone Home. I wanted to go check out their office, or at least drive by it. You heard Destiny got swatted after his last Kumite. I didn't hear about that. I don't really care about Destiny. So there's that. Defending my position in the public space is pointless. I've defended my position on certain things by my videos. So I don't need to defend my position any further on a subject I deemed closed. Right? So if it's a subject of Pizzagate, the Pizzagate subject is closed. It was closed the moment Edgar Welch walked into Combat Ping Pong with a gun, fired off a round to scare the place out, tried finding an underground sex dungeon that didn't exist. Case closed. He's now in jail for 4 years. Bam. What more is there to talk about? It's now just bringing up old shit. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting Razor Fist. That's going to be pretty cool. What's up, Jeeves? How are you, buddy? So, you know, it's, why give them the satisfaction of the money? That's the thing. There was actually a guy, there's a dude who is still pushing Pizzagate, right? His name is David Seaman. I'm not kidding you. His name is David Seaman. He's been run off of YouTube. He's been run off of Twitter, and he's now on DTube. I used to like pay attention to this guy at the beginning of like 2017, because he was a HuffPo journalist who got fired, lost his fucking mind, makes videos where he talks about Pizzagate, but starts really pimping like cryptocurrency, and like really pushing like affiliate stuff with cryptocurrency and everything else, and like still talks about Pizzagate as if it's real. Will do videos about Pizzagate where he doesn't mention Pizzagate at all, or outside any new information. And it's like he's feeding this beast. He's feeding this narrative. And I think maybe to an extent we all kind of do it if you have a particular type of subject that you cover. You know, it's like, I mean, honestly, if SJWs do something, it's easy to kind of say SJWs do this and then go from there. It's clickbaity shit. But this guy like legitimately believes this shit's real. And it's like, he gets super into the defamatory statements and shit. And it's funny to watch because I'm like, yeah, you piss off, like, if John Podesta wanted to go after this guy for defamation of character, he could probably get away. He could probably get a good one. David Seaman has a book about tricking. Oh, yeah, he does have a book about that. You've seen nothing about Pizzagate in 12 months. Yeah, exactly, because nothing's there, right? That's the whole point, Kinetic Mike. Pizzagate it doesn't exist past the Comet Ping Pong Pizzeria. Now, that's not to say that child sex trafficking is not a real epidemic. There's no other word for it besides epidemic. That actually exists and does need to be investigated. But the time and energy spent into investigating a pizzeria because of a wacky internet theory resulted in someone through Alex Jones's talking about this and treating it as real, going off and walking in there with a gun. That legitimately happened. And so, you know, like someone said to me yesterday, like, I got into it yesterday to people, and they said, like, what about the thousands of arrests made? I'm like, none of that's connected to the fucking pizzeria, though. Like, this is the whole point, is when you talk to somebody about Pizzagate, someone who's like diehard Pizzagate, or at least believes that there's a reality there, Pizzagate no longer represents the core idea. It never represents the core conspiracy. At this point now, the goalposts keep shifting. They keep moving. They keep pushing them further and further back. Because it's the only way to continue believing the narrative is to constantly keep moving the goalposts. And that's where it is right now. And that's the unfortunate thing about it, is that there's not a lot of, there's no proof to suggest that it happened in Comet Ping Pong. There's no proof of any of it. You can tell this by when the incident happened with Edgar Welch. You can tell this by a few months later, March of 2017, so a little over a year ago, when Alex Jones himself had to come out and publicly apologize to James Alefantis, the owner of Comet Ping Pong, because of the defamatory statements Alex Jones had made about Comet Ping Pong and James Alefantis. And then James Alefantis threatened to sue him, and they went through legal proceedings. And basically the settlement was, you come out here and publicly apologize. And then I'm not even kidding you, a month later, Alex Jones had to come out and apologize to the owner of Chobani Yogurt for claiming that they only hire immigrants who rape people. And then even right now, what I'm talking about tonight, when I get around to it, is Alex Jones is being sued for trying to claim that somebody unrelated to Parkland, Florida, was the shooter. This is what I'm talking about when these kind of conspiracy theories get out there. And this is one of the reasons why I push back as much as I do against people like Paul Joseph Watson and Alex Jones, because what they do is they push narratives that are not real. They push fake news, and then has real world consequences in some effect. And so, yes, the issue of Pizzagate is one that is dangerous because it distracts from people who are actually doing the crime. And that's what I've talked about. And I talked about this in my original video. I said adoption disruption. Adoption disruption is a real thing in this country, where people go through the foster system. They adopt a child. They realize they don't want to carry for that child anymore. So they go on some forum somewhere and they find someone else willing to take them. No courts, no CPS, no legal transferring of title ownership, so to speak. And they just give them away. And that's it. That's it. That's what they do. And that's a real thing. And kids from around the world that get adopted and brought here are affected by this every single year. But apparently, because somebody on the internet said that a pizzeria did some weird shit on Instagram, and they found some code in some email that looks like it could come from this one thing, we know it to not be true, but they don't ever want to associate that it's not real anymore. They want to continue shifting and pushing the goalposts as a way to back up the narrative that they've crafted in their own mind. And that's why I'm not going to go and debate this issue. There's no point. The people that want to talk about this issue, that want to treat it as real, they've already made up their mind. Facts don't mean anything. Facts don't mean shit. The truth of the matter doesn't mean a goddamn thing. And there's a narrative that they're sticking with because that ultimately is what they feel they have to do. And that is not worth my time. And I don't care if it's $2,000 or $200,000. That shit is simply not worth my fucking time. Okay, well, 200 grand, I might do it because that would, that's stupid. That's stupid. But like 2 G's, I don't give a fuck about that. But it's like, I'm just saying it's, if you want to debate me over something, come at me with facts. Don't come at me with feelings. And that's precisely what's happening here. So I'm done with it after this. There's really, it did bring more people into the awareness of child trafficking. I will agree with you on that one. And that's something that does need to be looked into. It's one of the reasons why I'm very glad, that Backpage is getting fucked over, because there's a lot of child trafficking, a lot of sex exploitation of children on there, and everything else. And I want to see that stuff end. Absolutely. So you'll give me 2K to show some nip. The thing is, I love the argument. Chelsea, come on. You think of my kid. My kid is taken care of. My kid is, just got fed, and she's sleeping right now. She's fine. My child, my daughter is fine. I don't need that. We've got everything we need for her. Like we're fine. That's the whole point. Like I don't need to do something. If I were to accept this money and go in to do this, this would not be for anything other than ego. And I'm telling you point blank, I don't care enough to do it. And it has everything to do with, I just don't care. The money is inconsequential to me. Ultimately, this is an ego thing. People want to try to bring together money because they think that I can be purchased because I've done sponsored ads for a company called Candid. I did that about a year and a half ago. Right. And that's what they're going off of here. They want to go, oh, you sold out for Candid. I did a job for an app that is no longer around, but I'm still bound to my contract, and September, like Labor Day weekend, I can talk about it. There we go. The thing is, I have a non-disparagement clause, and that's where it's at. I have other companies I've worked with before too that I have non-disparagement clauses with as well. It's standard fucking practice. So it's fine. If Tonka wants to draw up a contract with a non-disparagement clause, send it over. That'd be pretty fucking funny. So there's that. $2,000 for the college fund. It's, again, I'll have a lot more fucking money by then. I'm not even worried about it. So I'm just not in that. Maybe a couple years ago, it's a different story. right? A couple years ago is a different story, but I'm telling you, I'm telling you, things are fine. Things are fine. You know, it's all good. So, why is doing ads selling out? Exactly. Doing ads isn't selling out. I get contacted by companies all the time to do ads for them. Some stuff we talk about, some stuff doesn't go through. It is what it is. Yeah, when it comes to sponsored ads, the pay is pretty good. If they can get, if they want like a standalone video, the pay is really good. If they want like a little advert or something, then the pay is okay. But if you get like a standalone video, the pay is pretty solid. So I don't care about being I don't the audience that's there, I don't want. That's the other side of that. That's the thing. That audience that's there, I don't want that audience. So that's the other part of that. I don't care enough about that. I'm not so desperate for that kind of attention that I need to go try to suckle at their teats to get their audience. I'm sorry. I'm not those people. I've never been those people. I don't care about that. You know, like I cover what I cover. I do what I do. I do it on my own and I'm fine. You know, it's again, what you have to understand is this is the way people are looking at this is not from the perspective of a professional who works on this platform. It's from a person who treats this as a hobby or who doesn't know the first fucking thing about it. So no, I'm good. Yeah, I love this here. Daco's love. Ads equals selling out. Fabricating drama for super chats is A-okay. Exactly. So did I see Bat Metal Forever? I did not see Bat Metal Forever. So there's clipping in the audio, you said? Is there? I'm not seeing it. Okay. So look, Andy does it for a career. You know, that's the whole thing. So in that regard, yeah, he's professional, right? That's the best way to describe it. I think that's like kind of the only way to describe it. So, I didn't know that there was a Houston city councilman that died. Crystal meth and chlorophane. What's chlorophane? I've never heard of that before. Woo. All right. Andy is a poster child for fetal alcohol syndrome. Ooh, that's mean. That's pretty mean, man. Nah, it's this is some just standard vape shit. I probably got to quit that too. I should quit doing the vapes. So, anyway. Thoughts on Jeff Thu, a far left-leaning YouTuber being blocked on Twitter by Will Wheaton. I've been blocked by Will, unblocked by Will, then reblocked by Will multiple times. I have no freaking idea. What's going on, X-Facture? What's going on, buddy? Your penis is stuck to a Coke bottle. Please help. Stuck to or stuck in a Coke bottle? So there's that. So, I feel like I should probably not do the pop out chat as the anyway, let's get into the news here. We've been on for like an hour and there's been a lot of shit. Did I see those pro female genital mutilation posters? I saw one of those things. I saw someone on Twitter promoting female genital mutilation, saying that it's like, it's good. And I'm just like, what? How is any of that good? Oh, man. Okay. I just want to make sure all my shit's locked and loaded. Which is... okay, that's the first one. Okay, cool. Okay. And make sure that is fine. Okay. Cool. Just cut the bottle off. Yeah. What is my favorite pre-2010 PC games? Dude, I don't know. I didn't play a lot of PC games back then. Probably like I've always really liked StarCraft. So there's that. You don't know people had that much beef with Will? Oh, dude, people fucking do not like Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton is not a liked man. He is not a liked man at all. All right, let's get into this here. Hit record. We're good to go on that one. Okay, cool. Let me just make sure I've got this. All right. So remember, guys, command side snaps. Let's see if we can do this without totally fucking it up. You know, I love a good murder mystery. I do. I really enjoy, you know, informative murder porn, which is probably one of the reasons why I'm attracted to these kind of stories. Well, what we have here is a story from December of last year, where a 19-year-old Dutch model by the name of Ivana Smit, the woman you see here on the screen, was found dead, naked, after falling off of a balcony and landing on the 6-story balcony below. And the people who are accused of murdering her are a wealthy American couple. I guess you could call him a cryptocurrency trading tycoon, Alex Johnson, and his wife, who were living in Kuala Lumpur and had met the model, Miss Smit, and engaged in a sexual act with her. Shit. There we go. Now, the couple last seen with Dutch model Ivana Smit have admitted to having a threesome with a 19-year-old who was found dead in Kuala Lumpur on December 7th of last year. American businessman Alex Johnson, 44, and his wife Luna said that they had sex with Miss Smit 3 weeks earlier and on the day she was found dead. Miss Smit had fallen to her death from the balcony of the couple's apartment in Jalan Dan Wangi. The Johnsons also told British Daily Mail tabloid that the three of them had been drinking heavily hours before Miss Smith's death and that she had been taking drugs. The couple said they met her in October of last year at a Kuala Lumpur nightclub when they were introduced to her by a mutual acquaintance. Miss Johnson, identified as an Indonesian by the Daily Mail, says she found Miss Smit beautiful, charming, and confident. Now, the whole story is really interesting when you start looking at it, because you figure this is like some midnight tryst or something, right? Well, no. They had had sex 3 weeks prior, then they met up again, and they went back to the couple's apartment. Their young daughter was out with the babysitter that night, and so the three engaged in drinking and drugs and some, well, light fornication, or, well, probably heavy fornication. Then in the morning, Miss Johnson got up, got the daughter ready, and sent her off to school, while Miss Smit was still in the apartment, was still there. The girl they had hooked up with, the 19-year-old Dutch model that they had sex with the night before, was still hanging around, still drunk, and apparently still coming down off of drugs. Then after Miss Johnson took her daughter to school, came back, found the model on the bed with the husband. She then proceeded to get freaky with Miss Smit one more time. She describes it as being intimate. I just really want her to know if she goes like, "Hey, scissor me timbers," and that's all she remembers. She at that point was still kind of drunk, wanted to go sleep off the alcohol, and left Miss Smit to her own devices. So then around 5 o'clock in the afternoon is when they were informed by police that they had found a body on the 6th floor balcony, that apparently she had fallen off. And when they investigated the family and they looked in the apartment, they had found footprints on top of the air conditioner on the balcony, kind of indicating that she had, crawled up there and fallen to her death. Now, the police looked into this, and the police basically said, hey, there's really nothing here. Doesn't look like there's any kind of foul play. Well, the family of the model, they don't buy a word of that. They don't buy any of that. So they hired a private investigator, and the private investigator conducted their own investigation, and they found through the autopsy that male DNA had been found either on or in the young woman before she'd fallen to her death. And now they are basically coming out and saying that this young girl was murdered. That's their official report. So the private eye has come out and been like, yeah, no, this girl was entirely murdered, and these people probably did it. And as a result, the American couple, or really the American and his Indonesian wife, they're getting death threats now, and there has been kidnapping attempts on their kid. Right now, the thing with this is this a murder situation? Right, you have an American cryptocurrency tycoon who's worth a lot of money, engaged in a swingers party with his wife, who's in her early 30s, with a 19-year-old Dutch model. And I mean, then there's lots of drinking, there's lots of drugs, and the girl ends up falling off the balcony. It's not entirely an unheard of story, but at the same time, is it the one that happened? This is what we don't know. Could, and of course I'm speculating here, but could, when they come back from taking the daughter to school, the three of them engaged in sex once more, because they did find male DNA on her around that point in time, but that could have come from any point during the evening, I guess. And then she said she wanted to go, and they opted to tell her no, she's still stuck with them all day, sort of thing. And then they threw her off the balcony when she didn't work with them, and or didn't follow along, didn't comply. I don't know. I don't know. I find it interesting. This is one of those whodunit stories that's going to, I think, be around for a while. But the key thing I think to look for here, the key thing would be to look to see whether or not the family skips town, right? And I know they're getting death threats, and they'll use it as an excuse, and that's a good excuse. But if they're getting death threats and they're getting kidnapping attempts on their kid over this issue, it might be best for them to get out of there. But I really want to see the police come in and do like a full detailed investigation to determine what happened. But the likely, this could easily be an Occam's razor situation, where what you have is a 19-year-old model from the Netherlands, living in Kuala Lumpur, and getting into a three-way with a swinging couple, and then just got really drunk, stumbled outside, and fell off the balcony. Or crawled up on the air conditioner and then fell off the balcony. See, that's the thing too, is why would she crawl on the air conditioner? That part does seem kind of weird to me, right? Why would she, drunk and maybe still a little high, get up, go outside, go, I want to see what's up here, and then tumble and fall? It does seem a little bit suspicious, but the only thing we can do now is just wait for more information and see whether or not we actually get conclusion to this whodunit. So yeah, I don't know. I have no freaking idea what could have caused that one right there. Right, okay, that's the one we're on. Cool. Okay. You don't buy the motive? It's a bit of a story. She was high. Okay, she was high trying to dance. That's an interesting take on it. Her getting up and walking over and falling, that could be something. Again, I have no idea. But I find it interesting that it was the middle of the day and no one saw or heard anything. That part to me is a little bit weird, right? That it's the middle of the day. She was checking for the Pizzagate dungeon on the air conditioner. That's pretty fucking funny. That's fucked up. Yeah, well, oh, I did. Yeah, the thing is, they thought she had just left. I forgot that part, but they thought she just left. That's the statement the wife gave, was that, they had, she had left her stuff there, but they thought she had just left. And that was that. But again, that doesn't make a lot of sense either. So, it was the Clinton Foundation. Yes, probably. Oh, hey, what's going on? Minding Freedom. I didn't see he's hosting the channel. Or that's pretty cool, man. We should all just wear body cams. What's that one? The Black Mirror episode, The Entire History of You. That one where like you can everything, you know, your contacts and stuff, you can, or you have implants in your eyes that allow you to go back and you know, record everything and relive certain moments. That would make life a lot easier in some respects, but also not something I really, not something I really give much of a shit about. So, I don't want that personally. You know, the last thing I want is to have that kind of thing. Only cops should wear body cams. Hey, what's going on? Did you? Thanks for hosting the channel. I do think all cops should wear body cams. Absolutely. We've the Alton Sterling one was interesting. I didn't know that the body cam for that just came out, and they had shown that the cop had threatened to shoot the guy within seconds, which is not a good start to this, to how the outcome happened. So, Sestra, I know about that particular story. I only just found out about it after I'd already made all the graphics for tonight. Well, you know, whatever, got the graphics set up and shit. So I wasn't intending on covering it. But I was sent a link to the video, and I don't know if I want to see it. I don't know. I've seen some crazy shit, and that's not something I know if I want to see or not. So, old dwarven giant. Okay, good for you, man. You want to, you know, you could also just get a GoPro and like a chest harness, and then just do that, man. You know, like improvise and shit. You could wear your own body cam and cover your own epic jerk off sessions. So it was the air conditioning unit with a brick and a giant dildo. Yeah, that's right. Real swagness. The what that is? Okay, was it like not three kids, or three younger people were playing with a gun, like it was a fake gun, and it went off and just eviscerated a kid's head, from what I hear. Yeah, the entirety of Black Mirror is not accounting for the common sense consequences of tech they have. Yeah, that would make some sense. You did not, you jerked off 9 times in 24. There might be a market for that on Pornhub. I personally am not your target demographic. I would recommend trying to find other people that might be into that. I'm okay. I'm okay. Hey, Tania Raven, what's going on? How are you? So that's still pretty crazy, man. That's pretty fun. That's a terrible story. That kind of shit's terrible. And that kind of shit's also hard to cover too, because like I can't show the video for one. The video I did on the Sinclair thing last night, Fusion content ID claimed the whole video because I showed the whole clip. So I kind of thought that was going to happen, but that's fine. Oh yeah, sister. Yeah, we get to go to Kilroy in a few weeks. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still working on, I'm still working on trying to figure out like the rest of my panel. Yeah. What dumb meme am I happiest is dead and will be coming back? Fidget spinners. They're pretty dead. I was at Walmart yesterday and they had a fidget spinners on clearance. Like fidget spinners, like clicks and shit. Kits for decking out your fidget spinner. I'll tell you which one I want to see come back though is Ugandan Knuckles. I loved Ugandan Knuckles. Am I going to meet Dave Cullen at Kilroy? No, but I met Dave Cullen at VidCon last year. We hung out quite a bit. Dave's a good guy. Dave is not going to go to, if he is going to Kilroy, I have no idea if he's going or not. I do hope he shows up because, it is kind of his baby. Hoverboards were worse. Hoverboards at least served a fucking purpose, man. It got you from point A to point B. Fidget spinners were just like, they were fun, but they were that. They are still out there and they will show you the way. I really liked Ugandan Knuckles. That shit cracked me up. What guests am I most anticipating? For Kilroy? I'm looking forward to meeting the Mythicist Milwaukee guys. I'll be moderating one of their panels. That's going to be fun. I get to know them. They're good guys. And then I'll be going to MythCon as well in September to go out there. I won't be speaking at the event, but I'll be attending it, I guess, as a special guest and then probably speaking next year. So that's pretty cool. 'Cause I want to get more on the speaking tour gig. I'd love to do more with that. But my primary focus would be like talking about like how to do YouTube, what to expect, setting expectations, those kind of things. That's where my mind is. That's where my focus would be at. That's more what I like to talk about, because I do know this business pretty well, and I'll stick with that. Dankula is going to be sending in a video. Kylor, he's not going to be attending it because the day after it ends is when his sentencing is. So he's not going to be able to make it. But he's sending out a video as far as I know. And then I know Jeff Holiday, Wizard of Cause, is going to be there. Roaming Millennial is going to be there. Get to meet her. I know Bunty's going. At least I think Bunty's still going. I think he's doing that over going to VidCon, I think. I'm not too sure. But there's that. I know some Black Guy's going to be there. There's Christina Hoff Summers, who I've already met, but I'd love to meet her again because she's great. So yeah, a lot of people. Peter Boghossian, who I've met, is going to be there. I met him a few months ago in Portland, and yeah, there's just a lot of people going to be there. I think it's going to be. I think the people that really are hating on Kilroy do not remotely get what's happening, and like they've caught themselves in this huge tizzy over it for months now. And so like the other day they were running around going like, oh, they lost their venue, and it's like, that's not what happened. But they, it's like facts don't really mean a lot to a lot of those people. So it is what it is, but it's going to happen, and I think it's going to go off pretty well, and they've got a whole new team of people, and the people are dedicated to the cause, and they're dedicated to making it work, and I'm excited to see what happens from it. It could also be a torrential shit show. I have no fucking idea, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because that's all I can do right now is give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I'm hoping, Sester, if he can Skype, look, some Black Guy, the last I heard he's going, if he's pulled out, I have no idea, but last I heard he was going. So there's definitely that. Repsion will be there too. Him and I are going to be bumping. The Cassowary, thank you very much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. It's going to be good. It's going to be a fair amount of fun. We'll be streaming a lot while we're there. We'll be drinking a lot while we're there. And the venue, from what I've seen, is very nice. I'm looking forward to chilling out in Phoenix. Because it's fucking Phoenix, I guess, man. That's kind of what happens now. People go to Phoenix for things. Haven't been to Phoenix in a long time. You could just leave me in Tempe. I think I'd be happy. But there's that. You want to go, but there's other shit going on. That thing is, from my understanding, so plans for PAX West. I will be attending PAX West, yes. Or PAX Prime, I guess is what they're calling it now. But I'll be there, yeah. So there's definitely, it's definitely going to be, an interesting weekend. I'll probably be getting pretty hammered with Jeff Holiday and Wizard of Cause and doing some stupid shenanigans and shit. Razor Fist. Fuck, I'm finally going to meet Razor Fist. That's going to be great. I've been a fan of his for years, so I'm looking forward to meeting him finally. And yeah, it's going to kind of be like a bit of a VidCon reunion, as well as pushing, for free speech, campaigning for, advocating for free speech, and the many things surrounding free speech and why it's important. And so ultimately, the fundamental idea behind Kilroy is maybe not what everybody, I think, ultimately when they were at VidCon last year wanted. What we really wanted was kind of like a shitlord get together. It was like, hey, let's go get like hotel rooms in this one place. We'll hang out at the bar in the hotel and shit for 2 days, get fucking hammered. That would be that, which I still think we should do. Totally think we should do. But this is about trying to talk about free speech, which right now is a fundamental issue in America. Should go from there. So there's definitely that. Kind of confused by the big anti-turf push by the old skeptics. I haven't heard anything about that, about anti-turf pushes. By old, I mean, isn't being anti-turf like the right thing? I mean, who wants, who likes turfs? No one likes trans, exclusionary, radical feminists. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like feminism at all, but that's just that, it's like, I'm all for being inclusive and shit. Free speech is being attacked by the right and the left. I would argue. So I would argue it's yeah. I mean, the way we see it on the right is a little bit different. The left is somewhat advocating for it, like, you know, vocally. The right's more like, it's very similar tactics. The horseshoe theory in motion does play out quite a bit. Surf and turf, exactly. That's just great. Yeah, yeah. So after this Dankula trial, how many people are agreeing with him being guilty? Fuck that. This means so much. I completely agree. So turf is just a Radfem is correct about the trans issue. Look, you can, I disagree, but that's in your opinion. Yeah, the Digi, I removed the VidCon thing because VidCon's I've already got the money for VidCon. So, now it's just tips and shit. You know, I don't want there to be like a specific thing for it. So I just changed it down. So where is the event then? It seems like nobody can find it. And, if you want to, I think you got to go buy a ticket. You got to go buy a ticket if you want to get the info. They're going to make it public soon enough, as far as I know. But for right now, as far as I know, it's the people who already have tickets that have the info, and the rest of it's going to come out pretty soon. So, that's what I'm aware of that. What are my thoughts on Mr. Enter? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. So I don't know. I wish I knew who that was. I don't know. So it's important to know that snowflakes are limited to just the left. Well, no, snowflakes are not limited to just the left. Oh, there are so many right-wing snowflakes, man. APOC Weiss, what's up? Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. We still have 3 stories to get through. There's been a lot of other stuff going on, so definitely the stream's been a little bit wilder as of late. Cool thing is I've been exporting the stream, so if you've missed it and you want to catch it, which clearly some of you in the chat actually do, it'll be over on the vlog channel. Mundane Chats will be over there afterwards. So, and as a result of exporting the videos over there, the watch time on just people watching it randomly has actually been able to elevate that channel up to where I can now apply for monetization on that channel. So, because when the new change hit, I was short by about 100,000 hours, and that over the course of the past few weeks has now caught up. So people have been watching. I'm very happy about that. So yeah. So this thing, it's there are ways to check out the stuff. Last night's was a dumpster fire. I kept fucking up. So there's that. Hexagon, you gotta talk to the organizers, man. I don't quite know what's going on with that. I know that it's less than 3 weeks away now. So yeah, I mean, for planning purposes, you know, there's that. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not an organizer. I'm just a person who believes in the idea and has been helping out, is helping out when I go. That's about it. So I'm not the person to talk to. You can, I think, find their information at kilroyevent.com, or there's the Event Kilroy Twitter account. And those who you're going to get more information out of them than you're going to get out of me. So there's definitely that. Yeah, I can edit the shit out of those videos. Oh, and I did edit the shit out of those videos. Kyler, yeah, there's more stories. So, there's definitely that. The 329 stream I didn't post, because it was just like a hangout. So, yeah. Swatastic should be slapped by the long dick of the law. I agree. I definitely agree. All right, let's get into the stories here because we still have 3 more to go through. I want to make sure we are good. I'm on the right one here. Okay. This next one's going to be so fucking stupid. Stream Deck. All right. I'm not hype on the chain. I'm just a person who's been publicly supportive of the event. That's all, man. You know, when everyone wanted me to walk away, when I'm getting messages from people telling me to protect my reputation and just walk away and everything else, and the amount of, and the best word to describe it is bullying that came from it. I didn't, and that's maybe why you think that. I just don't care what these people think about me. They have like no impact. So that's kind of how it is, man. I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do, and you can like it or not like it, and that's entirely up to you. So that's just the best way to fucking describe it. Okay. That should be good there. This one, this one will be fun. Am I recording right now? Not recording. I'm recording now. Good to know. Yeah, Weird, Wild, and whoa, what the fuck? All right. Snaps or traps, guys. Come on. Command sign snaps. Get that in there. You know, I've been on YouTube now for about 10 years, right? No, about 12 years, actually. I've been on YouTube now for about 12 years, 3 years full-time doing this as a job. And I come across a lot of crazy things frequently. A lot of crazy things when it comes to YouTube. And this one is not new, but it's now recapturing the attention of the news media that doesn't quite understand YouTube and YouTube culture. And I'm talking about what you see on the screen here is the Condom Snorting Challenge. This girl, God bless her, is attempting to snort the condom up her nose and then pull it out of her mouth. Right? That's the Condom Snorting Challenge. Now, this should not be confused with the Condom Challenge for last year. And the Condom Challenge from last year was where you filled the condom with water and you dropped it on someone's head and you hoped that it would cover their whole head. It's a bit safer of a condom challenge than this snorting one. Because, listen, why? Right? Like, why is this a thing? Why is this a reality? But the truth of the matter is it's an old reality. But when adults catch on to what's been trending on YouTube for a while, it just makes old new again. So it says here that viral videos posted on social media show teenagers snorting condoms as part of a so-called Condom Snorting Challenge. In the videos, the teens put an unwrapped condom up one of their nostrils and inhale until the condom comes out their mouth. Like other viral challenges, the Condom Snorting Challenge has been around for years, but recently re-emerged on social media. In San Antonio, Steven Enriquez, who teaches drug and alcohol prevention to parents, has also started to teach parents about the dangers of online trends like the Condom Snorting Challenge. Because these days our teens are doing everything for likes, views, and subscribers. As graphic as it is, we need to show parents because teens are going to go online looking for challenges and recreating them. Yeah, the teens are going online and they're looking for challenges and they are recreating them. And that's true. They are doing this for views and attention, and in some respects, probably money. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of what we do, those of us who are current eventers, so to speak, on YouTube, whether it is news or whatever else, we look at the trends, we look to see where things are going, and we talk about them. There's a reason why the whole Tide Pod challenge was a big issue during the first couple months of this year. There were, in fact, 40 cases just in the first 6 weeks of this year where people were impacted by trying to eat Tide Pods. 20 of those cases, by the way, 20 of them were self-inflicted, like purposefully self-inflicted. Like they ate the Tide Pod thinking, "You're gonna make me famous," right? But even though people have been eating Tide Pods for years, which is horrible to say out loud, it has resulted in death. There's been at least 7 deaths related to Tide Pod and the Tide Pod challenge, so to speak, ever since then. But there's a reason why people are really calling out these challenges now. They're calling out these challenges because they're stupid. A couple years ago, you had the ice bucket challenge, right, during droughts in the summer, where you had the state of California coming out and saying like, hey, if you do the ice bucket challenge, we will fine you for wasting water, because they were that bad. But people were doing that as a way to help fight back against, ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. They wanted to draw awareness to that. Ultimately, that particular challenge is one that is aimed for like the good of humanity, even if it is just dumping ice water on you during the summer, right? Like at that time, I wasn't showing my face yet, so I couldn't do the ice bucket challenge. It just would have been a black screen of me going, that's cold. But that's about it. And then of course we had the cinnamon challenge, and you've had like the I don't know, tons and tons and tons of challenges. But the condom one here, it's a bit older, but some parents just discovered it, and now of course are freaking out about it. But I have to just kind of say here, looking at this girl on the screen right here, look at the determination in her eyes. She's focused. She's like, I'm prepping for college when I snort coke, but it's the condom. I gotta have protection. And everything else. Oh my God. This is more embarrassing than Tide Pods, if I'm being perfectly fair. I do believe this is more embarrassing than Tide Pods, because this is like Tide Pods. You're like, it's colorful. It's like candy. You can almost kind of see it, right? And people were just like, you know, instead of ingesting it. Some actually ingested it. There was also the one for a while. It was like the cell phone challenge. Like, hold your phone out over like a railing, just pinch it like this, and like see how far you can hold it, and like snap a photo so you don't drop your phone. I mean, the kind of dumb things that are so stupid that it's just people want views and clicks, you know? And we're in a day and age where it's more easy to get access to these types of videos, these types of stories, these types of challenges. And kids are bored and they want to do it, and they think they're going to make a lot of money. I'll give you guys kind of a good example of how some of this stuff spreads, right? One of the very first reaction trends on YouTube in 2007 were reaction videos to 2 Girls, 1 Cup. You can still find them. They are still there. And those reaction videos to 2 Girls, 1 Cup actually prompted more people to go watch it, right? Like, when I was first shown 2 Girls, 1 Cup, it was under the order that I had to let my friend film it, right? So I'm sitting there eating, you know, carne asada nachos, right? Watching 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and he just wanted to get our reactions to it and everything else. Like, that was the whole point. That's what it was back then. In 2007, it was like, hey, let's show your friends something grody, and then film their reaction. In 2018, 11 years later, it's, hey, let's snort condoms, because, you know, that's what the kids want to see these days. Seriously, what the fuck? Oh my God. What did I what have I been missing in the chat? What's going on now? What's crack-a-lacking? Oh man, did that with spaghetti. See, the spaghetti is it can break down, you know what I mean? Like a condom, you're just like, no. What are cake farts? See, the cake farts I don't know. I'm missing drugs. That's what's happening right now. Shut up, Devin. Oh, people have been talking about Mr. Enter. Okay. Pitch you a script for Ready Player 4 board game Strike Back. That'd be pretty interesting. I would check that one out. Kids were snorting condoms before 2007. Do you have a link for that, good sir? Because that's something I would check out. If you got a link, I'll check that one out. If you got a link for kids snorting Tide Pods before then and shit, I'm all down. I'm definitely down for that. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, this next one's crazy. Would I sell a fake copy of GTA 6? No, I probably wouldn't. I don't see a point for it. So, you have a friend who's been spurging for days over Roseanne and RP1 for being so popular and successful. That's sad, man. Roseanne was good, and Ready Player One was awesome. I've watched it twice now, and I might actually watch it again tonight. Just because I found, am I drinking that Mountain of Rockstars? I barely slept last night, so I'm trying to stay awake and energized through this thing, so I have to. Why do SJWs hate Ready Player One? They hate Ready Player One predominantly because like it's they feel like it doesn't have a lot of representation. And it's like whiteness, it's like white nerd culture, like 80s nerd culture, 80s nostalgia, which to them is predominantly white. And maybe it was, you know what I mean? But that's kind of what they're trying to, they're just nitpicking on something. The thing I liked about the movie is I like the fact that the movie creates another kind of like, you know, family dynamic, right? It's like people who are lost online finding each other. And then solving these puzzles together. It's very Amblin Entertainment. It's very Spielberg-y from the 1980s sort of thing. And I really, really liked it. And I really loved it. Plus, and no one has said this yet, and this is kind of a minor spoiler, but it's only for a cameo in the background. So I have to say it though. It's just you're warned. Fucking Battletoads are in it. Twice. Battletoads are in it, and no one has said Battletoads. And I caught an epic Easter egg last night. I caught an epic Easter egg in the form of sound when it was I don't want to say. I caught this like little Easter egg that I haven't heard anyone bring up yet. I was like even looking through like articles and shit, like trying to find like if anyone brought this one up. So there's that. Yeah, you saw the Battletoads too? Yeah, right. Fucking Battletoads showed up twice, man. I was like, Battletoads. And then I saw the Ninja Turtles in the background. Like the Ninja Turtles from the new movies and shit. Like I didn't even realize that. Like fucking there's so many cameos in that thing. Really, really liked it. Where was there a Big Trouble in Little China reference? There was not that I saw. Not that I saw. And I'm kind of surprised there was no love for John Carpenter. There was no love. I will say there's some serious love for Kubrick though, and that was good. That was solid. That was so solid. I really like that shit. The Chocobo, the Battletoads. There was like Hello Kitty made an appearance. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna say what I saw because it's not really a spoiler. You kind of see it like in one of the trailers too. So it's a race scene, and they have the original 1965 Batmobile, right? 1960s Batmobile, and it comes to it skids to a stop at one part, and the sound it makes when it skids is na 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 na, right? But it's in squealing sound, but that's what it is. It's na 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 na, and you hear it like na na. You don't hear the full beat, but it leads into it, and I'm all like, oh shit, that was fucking cool. That was fucking cool. But yeah, I really love Ready Player One. I just better than Pixel's love for Kubrick. Yes. I would argue that Pixels is kind of like it's not I don't think Pixels is a horrible movie. But obviously, this one actually was able to get the licensing rights to all these things, and probably because Spielberg was involved. So it was definitely pretty cool. There's a couple different references to Batman in the movie, because that was Warner Brothers, so it was a lot of it was Warner Brothers. So there's any speed race. Yes, the Mach 5 is in there. You see the Mach 5. You see the Mach 5 in the trailer, by the way. So yeah, that's the only reference to Speed Racer, but there's tons of different cars, and you see the Serenity a couple times, and it's fucking cool, man. I fucking love that movie. Ali, I'm doing the same thing. There is a Knight Rider reference. There is one Knight Rider reference, and it's interesting because it's not where you think it would be. And I caught that last night too. I'm like, oh yeah, there's the Knight Rider reference. And I don't know why I didn't think of it when I first saw the movie, but I caught it last night. Just count this pause. Yeah, I know. Just pause it and wait for that shit. When I go to VidCon, Poisoning the Well and I are supposed to get drunk and watch it if it's there. So it'd be pretty cool. I'm all down for that shit. So all right, we need to do I'm sure there's a Robotech reference in there somewhere. I don't know. You're gonna have to check that out. Again, I saw a few things. You want something big to be released and no one complained about it? That's not going to happen, Roxas. That's not going to happen at all. People clearly want to just fight. They want to fight constantly, and that's kind of where we are. And so that's just the unfortunate thing, guys. People just want to fight, and that's what we're going to deal with here. So let's see. Oh, okay. All right. Hold on here, checking one thing. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I'm getting some messages here. Okay. Oh, okay. It's all fucking. Oh, okay. I'm just getting all right. Twitter's blowing up right now. I have a A lot of people apparently that are. Oh, wow. Really triggered Aiden Paladin and Sinatra by booting him out of the chat. They are fucking spurging out on Twitter right now. That's so fucking funny. All right. Let's get into the next one here because we got 2 more to jump through. It's already 11 o'clock, so. Who's streaming Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? People are, I'm getting a lot of references. It's so funny. It's so fucking funny to me. It's like, why? What's going on? Why won't he do this thing I want him to do? Like, cause I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I'm not here for your fucking entertainment. If you don't like it, you can fuck off. So, and the cool thing is the more of them that unfollow, the less of their bullshit I have to fucking deal with. So let's see here. All right, I'm just going through real quick and muting some people because they're blowing up my shit. Okay. I thought I'd muted some people. I guess I hadn't. I thought I had. Oh well. Okay. Cool. That should be it. All right. Oh, some of these comments are fucking funny. These are... what is... Oh, no. I'm not going to send you fucking Sinatra's tweets. I have the guy muted. Why would I even read his shit? Have I played Frostbite? I haven't no, I have not played Fortnite on a... They Allah Akbaring on Twitter. No, they're just kind of like... They're crying. Why won't he come and talk to me? Because I don't care. That's the whole point. I don't fucking care. I just do not give a shit. You know, if you want me to talk to you, I'm just not going to probably do it. I just don't give a shit. So let's see. All right. We're cool. Okay. I don't need that. Yeah, I would. The thing is, okay, Sinatra and Akura are snowflakes. They're clearly triggered. That's for certain here. Like, the thing is, like, look, I don't get along with the Ralph retort, but at least I know generally where he stands and like what his morals and ethics are. Like, I get that. The other ones are just like opportunistic bottom feeders, essentially. At least Ralph has, like, you know, some integrity. I'll give him some props there. The other ones are just, they're just, you know, they all cluster. And that's the only way they can feel that they're effective, right? Like, if you ever left any of them out, like, on their own somewhere, they would just be completely lost and not know what to do. This is why I tend to avoid these kind of clicks on YouTube, because that's the whole thing. Like, that's just like, you get sucked into it and there's no point to it anymore. It's just, you attach your identity to these people. And that's one of the reasons why, like, I never said I'm part of the skeptic community, why I whatever. It's just, that's kind of how it is like, I don't associate, I'll associate with certain people, but I'm not going to sit there and, like, you know, group up with them for some kind of groupthink mentality. Gamergate, there was a bit of that in Gamergate, and I realized that I didn't care for it. I didn't care for much of it. And it's more or less to do with the fact that that's not me. You know what I mean? So the fact that they want, like, they're raising money to bait me is just stupid. Give it to, if you've got that kind of money in a pool, give it to a charity. I don't care. Keep it. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not going to do it. You know, it's just, it's really stupid to, like, to even fucking, I don't know. So there's definitely that. It's all crazy shit. Oh yeah. I forgot about Seattle for Truth. Yeah, I forgot about that guy. He didn't shoot his family. I think he stabbed his dad to death. I think that's what Seattle for Truth did. So no, Ralph wasn't an original muckraker. He was like Gamergate's original muckraker. Like I've said before, and I've given Ralph the credit for at least serving a purpose. Even if I think a lot of the times it's BS, but he still serves a general purpose. So yeah, I don't even know. Oh God, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Verilo. What the fuck is he up to? That guy was crazy. that guy was definitely something. So let me just bring this one up here. Hold on, something. Oh, Alex Jones and George Soros. Yeah, they deserve each other. Imagine the maternal warmth of a pig's snout gently pressed against the buttocks of a lonesome farmhand. No, I'm good. Thank you, Crambulance, I guess. That's I'm fine with that one. Yeah, King of Pole, I know. And he's chiming in on this whole thing too. I caught he's back under a new name now. Right? He's back under a new name. And you know what, actually here I'll show you guys this. This came up today. So this is King of Pole as of at least sometime in 2017. Looking like he's halfway between a normal human and Larry from fucking the Three Stooges. And he's still spurging out over DSP and a lot of other shit. That's the thing with King of Pole. He has never, ever fucking changed. King of Pole will never change. He'll still be that same narcissistic person that he'll always be. King of Pole is a funny one, because I don't know how many of you guys ever actually remember what happened with him. He was set, and this is real. He was probably set to become the voice of Gamergate, I would argue, right? Like the voice of Gamergate. And he was getting, like, you know, he was getting a lot of attention. He was getting a lot of people talking about him, getting a lot of these things. And ultimately what happened is, you know, he ended up basically saying that the numbers in the Holocaust didn't quite add up on stream. And a lot of people out there very much, you know, did not take credit to that. So there's a lot of that kind of shit. And as a result, he lost basically everything. People stopped paying attention to him. He kind of lost his shit. Then he came out and he said he was on like a lot of medications. He hadn't been taking medications and he was depressed. Then he tried accusing me of orchestrating death threats against him. Like I was part of some secret cabal trying to orchestrate death threats, which never happened. I never did that. And everything else. And he like lost his shit on a fucking live stream. It was on like one of Sargon's streams one day. He tried claiming I was behind some kind of that cabal to get him. And when he made those claims, he was on stream and he brought up screenshots supposedly to accuse me of these things. And the screenshots he used were of other people. My name wasn't even mentioned anywhere in that whatsoever. So he was sitting there and like on a live stream in front of, I don't know, a couple hundred people at least, completely just making an ass out of himself. And at that point, gone. It's just his, whatever trajectory his career had, tanked. So then he came back as Cuckin Johnson. He's tried multiple different names over the years. You know, oh, there was also right. I forgot about the whole verifying it thing with Nick Denton. And then telling Hot Wheels, who was the guy who ran fucking 8chan at the time, that to verify that he verified it. So then Hot Wheels verified it. That was another thing too. So this is the thing. This is the thing. A lot of the critics that I have are not the most, like, you know, upright upholding people. They got some interesting pests. You know what I mean? They're a little bit cray-cray in some aspects of it all. So, I mean, the thing is like, look, at no point do you have to like me or like what I have to say or watch my shit. You have every right to not do it. And that's perfectly fine. But some of the conspiracies that have been made about me over the years are just fucking hysterical. And people keep trying. And it's the weirdest thing to see. It's like, I'm an idiot who talks about fucking movies. sometimes games, crazy shit online, and that's really about it. And like 90% of the time, I keep to my fucking self. But because over the course of the past couple months, I refused to bend the knee to Andy Worski, and he knows this. And I even offered him a fucking truce, a complete truce, and everything else. He denied the truce. He didn't want to do it. He demanded I go on his fucking show, and I said no. But because I didn't bend the knee over Kilroy, and I didn't bend the knee on you know, completely trying to to unperson Jeff Holiday for making stupid mistakes, because everyone makes mistakes, and I think everyone should, everyone should get a second chance and shit, and everything else. So it's one of those things where it's just that is what it is. So, they've been coming after me for months over shit, and it's just the funniest goddamn thing. It's just the funniest thing, because I don't know what their end goal is here. I don't know if it's to get my channel shut down, because it's not working. Like when Medicare made his video that brought up Kilroy, and I was out of context clipped inside that thing. I lost about probably 600 subscribers. 2-3 days later, had them back. You know what I mean? Like, that is the ebb and flow of YouTube. People come, people go. They come, they go. They come, they go. They come, they go. That's how it works. And the people out there, they don't get that. They cling to these metrics. They cling to these analytics as if it's their life force. It's their validation. I don't. I learned to stop caring about that a long time ago. And I'll tell you why I learned to stop caring about that. In the summer of 2015, I did a video where I said that I liked Adam Sandler movies, right? And I lost 300 subscribers in a day. Not even kidding you. Which at the time felt like a fair amount. But if people are going to unsubscribe because I said that I like Adam Sandler movies, I'm like, I don't fucking want them around. Like, I don't care. Like, that was kind of like what turned it for me. It was just that whole notion of that. And I'm like, really? Oh, all right. That's kind of where we are. And I just kind of kept doing my thing after that. So it's yeah, King of Pole is the essence of wasted potential. Yeah, I know. It's I mean, the best Adam Sandler movie is Airheads. Yeah, that's true. Real Swagness, sir, you are correct. I should just not give them any attention. And I do like try not to, but when you get a bit of a mini raid, it's kind of funny. So it is what it is. And that is fine. You thought that was Spoony? No, not Spoony. King of Pole and Internet Aristocrat are 4chan people, which is okay. But when you believe most of the insane 4chan stuff, I don't think Jim believes everything he talks about. I think that he does it for the lulz. He does it for that. And that's really about it. Oh, I do ignore Worski. Worski's not the problem. Worski's not the problem. It's not coming out of Worski. It's Worski and I, we don't interact with one another. He's not even the issue. The issue is coming out of the other group of people that are just at this point a gossip rag is all they are. So hey, good luck. You're kind of like you're a shit version of TMZ for YouTube. Whoop-de fucking do. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy the bottom. That's fine. Yeah. Jim going after Kurt was funny. I did watch those videos. And Kurt and I follow each other on Twitter. We've talked a little bit. And yeah, he's something else, man. He is something the fuck else, I'll tell you that. He cracks me up. So, all right, let's do the last couple things here. Let's get this shit fucking done so I can get on with my goddamn night. I gotta go feed my kid here pretty soon. Oh, anyway. Tonka is the Thunderbird wine version of Keemstar. Do I think YouTube will hide their videos like they did to Reply Girls? Who would be hiding their videos? I don't know. YouTube doesn't really, I mean, they don't want you to hide videos, but here's the thing. If you hide a bunch of videos, it will effectively kill your channel. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Andy Worski, and this is just This is pretty much truth at this point. When Andy got his strike a while back, which I do feel was unfounded, and then he hid all of those videos, everything other than the debates, and he ended up removing 48 million views from his channel, and then he re-uploaded them, and you've noticed that everything's been going down since then. It's because YouTube looked at that as a negative, and they are punishing him as a result, and it's actually something that kills channels. So the spiral, the downward spiral that Andy's on right now, in terms of all that, is probably going to continue for the foreseeable future, because that is how YouTube responds to that kind of action. So just a case for the future, it's probably not a good idea to do that. It's not a good idea to take that away. So okay. What's the last one I'm here on? Okay. Damn near killed DSP. Exactly. DSP is the Twitch thing. And yeah, DSP is a good example of that. So no, Anubis, that was an April Fool's joke. I don't have another kid on the way. Not yet, at least. I didn't watch the Flat Earth debate. I just didn't, you know, I don't care. I am looking into getting, people in the entertainment industry, for $3 Theater is what my next step. So to have conversations with them. So, okay, let's, yeah, I am so off track tonight. If there was a format, it is gone. It is gone. It is gone. So there we go. All right. No, I didn't talk about the steam-powered rocket launcher guy, the flat earther. So, yeah, DSP hid like half his videos and it unpersoned him. Yeah, it did. It really did. So, how many? Okay. All right. Let me close out Twitter because it's getting distracting. I keep getting notifications for it. Where am I at? Okay. If the earth was flat, cats would knock everything off. That's good. I like that. I like that quite a bit. That's a good one. You did good. You did good. All right. Where am I? Let me sure I have the right one up here. Okay, cool. This will be a quick one, I think. Okay. Hit record. We're good. It's all a production. For the most part. All right. Snaps or traps, guys. Snaps or tracks. Snaps or tracks. What the fuck am I even talking about here? Anyway. One of the things I hated the most as a child was the wake up, right? I hate waking up. I truly despise the act of getting out of bed in the morning, especially when it's early, especially when it's cold, and especially on school days, as my parents will utterly attest to the fact that I'm like one of the worst kids in the world for ever getting out of bed. So I understand where this mother was coming from when she tried getting her 17-year-old son up for Easter just 2 days ago, or just yesterday. She tried getting him up for Easter. The kid wouldn't budge, so she went and she grabbed a stun gun, and she effectively used it on him a little bit, and now she's in some serious trouble. So it says here that a Phoenix woman is accused of using a contact taser on a teenage boy to wake him up for church on Easter Sunday. According to court documents, 40-year-old Sharon Dobbins applied the taser to the leg of a 17-year-old boy early Sunday morning in her Phoenix apartment. An 18-year-old family member was a witness, court records show. Dobbins told police that she only sparked the taser to get the kids up for church on Easter, and she never used the taser on anyone. The teenager told officers that Dobbins used the taser, but did not want to testify against her. The teen did not complain of any pain, but he had 2 bumps on his leg where the taser was used. Dobbins was arrested on suspicion of 1 count of child abuse and has since been released from jail. Her next court appearance is for April 16th. And this is a trending news story right now, by the way. Okay, what we've got here is we've got a mom who is you know, trying to get her boys up for church. She has a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old. Trying to get them up for church Easter Sunday, right? Because, you know, if you aren't the most religious person on the planet, there are a couple days you still go, right? You go Christmas Eve, you go for Mass, you go for Easter Sunday. Those are kind of the 2 days. The two days that kind of circle really around Jesus, right? His birth and his resurrection. It's the 2 days the guilt really sets in and you feel like you have to attend. And you're trying to get your 17-year-old up. And come on. How many times were you a difficult person when you were a teenager? Get out of bed. You're like, I don't want to go. It's Sunday. I want to sleep. And the mom comes in and, you know, like for me, it was my stepdad would just yell really loud, right? Like even now in my mid-30s, that's a fucking trigger. You know, if I'm visiting him and he has to get a hold of me, he will use a certain octave. And it just immediately gets me every time. I always hate it. And that's why you don't really want to yell at kids. But then again, here is Shannon's idea of, you know, trying to come in and use a taser or a stun gun, really, as a way to freak out her kids to get them up is obviously not the right call, considering that she's been arrested and charged on one account of suspicion of child abuse by just sparking the taser and then pressing it to his legs. That's what she did. Now, what most people don't realize is that there's that extra charge, right? There's that extra little charge at the end of the stun gun when you fire it off. So yeah, the sound is very distinct and it's very loud and it will definitely get your attention. But it's when you turn it off and then you stick it on somebody, that little extra spark zaps him, which is where the kid had the 2 bumps on his skin from the contact of putting it against his skin. Now, ultimately, it goes away within a day, right? It does. And I've watched friends of mine completely hammered pull out a 500,000 volt stun baton, like the kind you would have seen in Demolition Man, and start, you know, activating it and then sticking it to each other. That was their game while they were drunk. And I sat back and watched them and laughed my ass off while they just hurt each other, because that's what friends are for. And the next day, their arms were just, I mean, they looked like they were junkies, like just track marks everywhere. And that's how it works. That ultimately no long lasting damage. They were totally fine in the end. The 17-year-old kid is totally fine in the end. And that they went to the cops. They reported the mom. I mean, look at this mugshot. She is pissed. She's got that look like, I'm going to whoop my kid's ass when I get home. I'm going to make their life a living hell when I get home. Because look, I don't agree with using a stun gun on your kid, right? I'm not even for fear purposes. But at the end of the day, it's really not like it wasn't like she fired it up and then just kept, you know, cattle prodding him to get up, right? Like that's one thing. No, that's bad. But she just fired it off and then put it against them and maybe didn't know that it sparked. You know, we never really see that in pop culture with the spark at the end. So maybe that was that. But at the same time, this kind of serves as a bit of a learning experience for all of you would-be parents out there. You definitely, at least in the state of Arizona, when trying to get your kids up to go to church, you may want to try something a bit different than using a stun gun, right? You don't want to tase your kid, right? You may just want to go and get a bucket of ice water and dump it on him, and then call it a day. Or yeah, you just go a step further. Combine the two worlds. Get ice water, put it into a spray bottle, spray him until he gets up, and then there you go. Because they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna sit there and get you on potential waterboarding if the kid's sheet was on his face when you dumped the bucket of water on him, right? They're not gonna do that at all. So yeah, this is another one of those stories where it's like, I kind of think that like her being brought up on charges is kind of dumb. Because it seems more like not like an innocent act, but not one that was meant with any kind of malicious intent. But at the same time, this woman is clearly upset, and those boys are clearly going to pay for it. Next time, use an air horn. Yeah, like yeah, that they won't. But they won't. Yeah, if you're damaging hearing, they don't get you for that one. But two little bumps, two little bumps. He is risen because he was tased in the ass. So, but yeah, this was a trending story on Facebook. I'm not even kidding you. So it's pretty crazy, man. That this shit is trending. Okay. I just imagine like my mom using that shit on me. What the fuck are you doing? Zip, 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 zip. So there's definitely some, you know, you just don't taste it. Just stick your finger up his ass. What are you, have you been watching too much Pornhub? What, honestly, what's up with Pornhub and like all like the MILF family brother sister sex shit on there? Have you guys noticed that? It's like really popular right now and kind of creepy. You know, when the whole front page of that is, well, I mean, they base it on what you look at. I'm saying it's kind of like, there's a lot of it there. It's a little bit weird. A little bit weird. Okay. Them kids is snitches. Yeah, pretty much. I guess it sells, the Old Dwarven Giant. Yeah, it does. It sells. It really, really does sell. There's a lot of people out there that like that kind of stuff. It makes you really kind of question where things are right now, right? It makes you really question where things are when like there's a lot of shit going down with family based, you know, incest porn is big. So there's just so many things. No, I just right next to jerk off to. I mean, the way that they you know, it's usually, yeah, it's stepson, stepmom, stepdad, stepdaughter, stepbrother, stepsister. I mean, that's how they get away with it, you know. But there's an entire series that I saw there. It's called Family Therapy, and it's like 45-minute long videos that are just like multiple scenes, usually leading into some kind of encounter, and it's always like, what the fuck? So there's that. Let's see. Incest is only good with bro sis. The parent-child crap is disgusting. Yeah, sure. Why not? Game of Thrones did it. Game of Thrones. They could do no wrong. Is that what's going on here? Is that what I'm getting at? Is that what I'm hearing? Step sex is incest without the defects. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It's yeah. No, it's just like, it's all over. You look at like what's the top on there. I need therapy for this therapy. Exactly. There's a lot of shit, man. Like you find a lot of stuff. It's a big thing right now. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay, let's get into the final story here. Step incest. Step isn't incest at all. No, it's not. But it's the taboo nature of it that I think is why it's as successful as it is. So, okay. All right. Let's go to the Alex Jones. Because this dude is cray. All right. Close that out. Make sure all that's good to go. All right. All right. Snaps. Let's do it. Final one of the night, guys. Final one. We can do this. We're in this together. Alex Jones is one of the dumbest people on the internet. Full stop. Hands down. Dumb as hell. And I understand this is going to end up triggering a few of you out there that are big Alex Jones fans stumbling across this video, and that's entirely fine with me. And the reason why I want to say that Alex Jones is one of the single most stupidest, dumb mofos that I've come across on this great wide tube-based internet is because he cannot stop defaming people and he cannot stop getting sued for it. Now, before we go into the story, allow me to just kind of preface this with a few examples. Okay, go back to the beginning of 2017. Well, really the tail end of 2017. There was the good old Pizzagate scandal. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but ultimately Alex Jones and InfoWars at large was very much pushing it. They were talking about what was happening inside of a pizzeria in Washington, D.C. Come March 2017, Alex Jones had to issue a public apology and a full retraction of any and all comments he made about James Alefantis, the owner of Comet Ping Pong, and that kind of stuff with the going on with Pizzagate. Because, well, it was proven to be false when a gunman who cited InfoWars as a key source went into Comet Ping Pong and cleared the place out by firing off some rounds and trying to find the child sex dungeon. That happened. The next month, Alex Jones had to once again apologize for public comments he had made and also a full retraction about comments he had made about Chobani yogurt, because he had made the comments that they only hired refugees, and then those refugees were essentially raping people. He had to apologize. Why? Because of threats of lawsuit. Now, these both happened and were ultimately usurped by his custody battle about a month after that. But 2017 was not a good year for Alex Jones. And even though right now he's facing a couple different lawsuits for discrimination, one for sexual harassment from previous employees, he's also being sued once again by a person who was a not even a survivor of Parkland, but a person who Alex Jones basically said was, hey, this guy is the shooter. The guy is 24 years old and doesn't even live in the state of Florida. But Alex Jones, based upon information gotten from the web, essentially said just that. Now it says here, on February 14th, Alex Jones' InfoWars falsely proclaimed that Marcel Fontaine, a 24-year-old man from Boston, who says he's never been to Florida, was a suspect in the mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. InfoWars posted a picture of Fontaine and said he was wearing communist garb, an apparent reference to Fontaine's graphic t-shirt, which featured a drunk Karl Marx wearing a lampshade on his head. Fontaine's suit filed in Texas Monday against Jones and InfoWars asks for more than $1 million in damages for irreparable harm to his reputation. InfoWars reporters Kit Daniels, the Post's author, and Free Speech Systems LLC, InfoWars' parent company, are also named in the lawsuit. Fontaine's lawyer told the Huffington Post that they plan to take the case to jury rather than coming to a settlement behind closed doors. Vice News has reached out for comment, but Alex Jones and InfoWars have yet to publicly respond to the lawsuit. The lawsuit cites a pattern of willful dissemination of false information by InfoWars that was established long before the Parkland shooting. Mr. Jones' recklessly opportunistic career is littered with the fallout from his willful pattern of defamation, reads the lawsuit. Mr. Jones garnered significant attention for his slander against the victims of Sandy Hook massacre, claiming he's seen evidence that could lead people to believe that nobody died there. Mr. Jones has also claimed that the 9/11 attacks were an inside job involving the U.S. government. InfoWars, right? The paragons of truth on the web. Buy our soy products. Male vitality, full of soy. Makes your dick hard. Not really. This is what we're dealing with here. This is one of the reasons why he's not only one of the stupidest individuals on the internet. He is dangerous, in my opinion. No, he is. I mean, he doesn't ever stop. He doesn't ever stop. What I commend about this particular case, that Marcel Fontaine and his lawyers are not going for a closed-door settlement. They are not going to take the money, let Alex Jones do a public apology that won't get any kind of real airplay anywhere, because news outlets around the country are not going to cover it the way that they should, right? Not the way that they covered the fallout from his marriage. Okay, they didn't cover the Pizzagate stuff. They didn't cover Chobani stuff. They covered Sandy Hook, but that was years ago. He's moved on, done as dumb of things. And he's also walked back Sandy Hook, too, multiple times. This man is a charlatan to the nth degree. He's a snake oil salesman that tells you that that water is good for you when this water he's selling is generally poison. And there are so many people out there that just believe him. They believe him because he can put on a good show. He can get angry and fired hands come together. You tear off a shirt and, get real into it. And don't get me wrong, those are some of his best moments, right? The turn the freaking frogs gay thing, fantastic. But if you ever want to see true, what I believe, true Alex Jones, unfiltered, uncut, unplugged Alex Jones, go and watch him on the Joe Rogan podcast, where he smokes a little bit of weed and just goes. And it's very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting to watch. But the problem with Alex Jones, the problem with InfoWars, is the cult of personality that allows him to continuously defame, continuously make false statements, continuously tell lies, and to never be called out. That's the craziest thing about this to me. As time goes on, even though Sandy Hook was over 5 years ago, and he made those claims back then, and they have been brought up multiple times, we've seen a pattern here emerging over the course of the past year and a half, and probably before that, but just nowhere near as big as this, where he doesn't have any type of care about what he says. because he falls back on the First Amendment. And he does have the right to think and say what he wants, absolutely. But 2 times in 2017, he had to apologize publicly for what he said, based upon lawsuits that were brought against him and settled via closed door. Here, we're not getting that. Here, we're going to get a jury. At least I hope we're going to get a jury. I hope the judge pushes for it. Because I think there's no better way to force, and I mean this, to force accountability for one's actions onto Alex Jones more than a jury of his peers in Austin, Texas, by the way, which is where he's located, and he's super conservative, and everyone there is super not. To be judged by a jury of his peers over the things that he has said and the irreputable harm that he has caused, all in the sake of the truth from InfoWars. I want more people to see this and to be aware of the bullshit this man is selling you. And everyone, yes, everyone, including Paul Joseph Watson, in his employ. All right. So I'm just saying, I really dislike Alex Jones. I am more than happy to watch. I want to see this thing go to court. I really, really do. If you lower your voice, you can hear Aiden Paladin screeching in the distance. Well, isn't today National Autism Awareness Day? So it's not quite midnight yet. Eddie Bravo disliked this video. Yeah, I'll get a lot of dislikes on it, especially because I started off by saying he's an idiot, which is my opinion. He's an idiot. Oh, good old Alex. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay, guys, it's 11:40. I'm on for a little bit longer than I thought it would be tonight, which is all well and good. We had some distractions. They were fun. They was fun stuff. If you've missed any of the program and you want to go back and watch it again, you can watch it through VOD here on Twitch, or it will be over on youtube.com/mundane chats. No, he didn't come out and say he was a performer. His lawyer did. I guess it's by him, but no one believes he's performing. But anyway, the Discord is linked below. I will be in the Discord if you guys want to come in. I'm going to jump into the general chat with everyone in there for a few while I do the edits. So if you guys want to come in there, just oops. There's a link for that. You guys can come in and have a chat, and I'll be there. And until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow night for another episode of Rustl'd. Have a good one.